Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel Structural Funda. Myself Ethan Kenny, and today we are going to learn about analysis steps for the given flange beam, or we can say that the T-beam. So for analysis we require the notations of T-beam as the width of the flange is noted by the value of BF. The depth of the flange is noted by capital DF. The width of bottom of the web, or we can say that the width of rib is noted by BW, and the effective depth from the top of the flange to the reinforcement center in the rib is noted by small d. So first of all, for the analysis of flange beam, we require the compression value of the force and tensile value of the force. So it can be calculated by equation Fc is equal to 0.36 FCK BF into DF, and Ft can be calculated by 0.87 Fy into AST. Now first of all, we have to find out these two values, and we have to relate the value of Fc and Ft in terms of greater and lesser value. So first case is Fc greater than Ft, and second case is Fc less than Ft. Now Fc greater than Ft value indicates that our neutral axis lies in flange. It means our neutral axis is within the depth of the flange in the top part. So in such case, our T-beam is designed as singly RC beam. So this T-beam is designed as same steps as singly RC beam. It means that we have to find out the value of XU, then value of XU max, and after the relation of XU and XU max, we have two types of beam. First one is over reinforced beam and second one is under reinforced beam, and according to over reinforced and under reinforced beam, using Annex G 1.1, we have the different equation of Mu and Mu limiting, and after calculation of Mu and Mu limiting, we have to provide the area of steel. Fc greater than Ft, the design is singly RC beam. But if Fc is less than Ft, it means that our neutral axis lies in web part. It means bottom of the web. So in this case, we have to use the equation C1 plus C2, which is equal to T, to find out the value of neutral axis depth. It is XU, and for these steps C1 is 0.36 into FCK into BW into XU, and C2 is 0.45 FCK width of flange minus width of rib into depth of flange, while T can be calculated by 0.87 Fy AST. After putting these all values, we have to find out the value of XU. But see, if Fc less than Ft and neutral axis is lines in the web, our XU must be greater than DF. These value must be satisfied by the value of XU. But if after calculation of C1 plus C2 equal to T by this equation, our value of XU is less than DF, it means that it is not okay terms. So for such case, we have to replace the value of DF by YF, where YF can be calculated by equation 0.15 XU plus 0.65 DF, which is given at page number 97. So if our value of XU is less than DF, but we must have XU greater than DF, so we have to replace the DF value in terms of C2 as a YF, which is equal to 0.15 XU plus 0.65 DF. After putting the value of YF in these equations, C1 plus C2 equal to T, we have XU which is greater than DF. Now, after the calculation of XU, DF and relation of XU and DF, we can calculate the moment of resistance by three different ways. As after calculation of XU, we have to calculate XU max by D value from page number 70 of Indian Standard 456-2000. If our XU value is equal to XU max value, it means that our beam is balanced section, and for the balanced section we have to calculate two different value. As first one, DF by D is less than 0.2. It means that the width of the flange divided by effective depth, this value is less than 0.2. Then we have to use equation G 2.2 from the page number 96. Now G 2.2 value is and equation G 2.2.1 is equal to same as G 2.2, but instead of DF we have to put YF. So equation G 2.2 is similar, but in equation G 2.2.1 we have to put YF instead of DF, where YF is equal to 0.15 XU plus 0.65 DF. These both values are given at page number 96 and 97. But if DF is greater than 0.2, it means that we have to use G 2.2.1 as a calculation of MU. So for the balance section, we have to use G 2.2 equation or G 2.2.1 equation according to DF by D ratio. Now second equation is, if XU is greater than XU max, in such case we have to use the same criteria given for. Now let us go for the third condition. As for this case, we know that the DF value is less than the value of XU. It means that our DF is less than XU and XU is less than XU max. Then there are two terminologies comes. First one is, if DF by D ratio is less or equal to 0.43, then moment can be calculated by equation G 2.2. And if DF by D ratio is greater than 0.43, then we have to use MU equation as G 2.2.1. These are the analysis steps which is going to be used for the calculation of given flange beam as a T beam. Thank you.